Let me explain my situation. Some time ago, quite some time ago actually, I downloaded and installed the Magicjack app on my iPhone. This is the only Magicjack device I have. I do not have, nor do I want, a Magicjack product like the Magicjack Plus or Magicjack itself. Don't need it. The iPhone app, when it works, is great. You know, call quality is decent, provided you have a solid internet connection, Wi-Fi recommended, as I do. And for the most part, there are no issues. That is, until you want to do something useful with the Magicjack app, such as add a phone number. You know, for a while now I've been mulling the idea of getting a US phone number to add to my Magicjack account so that, just in case anything catastrophic were to happen to my phone or something were to happen, Magicjack could be a secondary backup alternative for folks to reach me. You can never have too many phone numbers. So, not thinking anything of it, yesterday, today is June 3rd, 2012, so yesterday, on June 2nd, I decided to finally go ahead and purchase this US phone number. No big deal. I've simulated the process several times. It was fairly straightforward. Pick your phone number, put in your billing info, all is good. Well, boy was I wrong. I purchased the phone number, no problem. That was the easy part. I then brought up my Magicjack app, expecting that the new phone number would show up in there. And the app still showed the old, star, random number star, free Magicjack number thing that you get when you have the free Magicjack account. And I called a friend that had caller ID to have them tell me what the number was that they saw. And it was one of the random Magicjack numbers and not the one that I was assigned. So I figured, okay, no big deal. Perhaps I need to log out and log back in again. Well, there's not really an easy way to do that in the Magicjack app. The only way I've found to actually do that is to go to the Forget Me on This Device button, which essentially, at least in the past, has just simply taken me offline on the Magicjack system. And that was what I intended to do, is to go offline and then go back online to just kind of refresh the system. I was thinking, maybe logging out and logging back in, if you will, would cause the new phone number to show up. And so I did that. Now let me mention one other thing about my situation. Originally, when I signed up with Magicjack way back last year, I had an email address which is now no longer valid. Now there is no way on the Magicjack site, no way whatsoever, to delete or otherwise modify invalid email addresses. So, the original Monty at k86cae.net email address, which I used to register with Magicjack in the first place, is no longer valid. And during the order process, when I was setting up the new phone number, there was an option to add a new email address. So I did this. because I wanted to be sure that I got my order confirmation and, you know, whatever else Magicjack might want to send me. I figured might as well get my email address current. No big deal. I have an email address that's valid now, an updated one that's current that should work. So I added that to the Magicjack system. And since you can't delete old email addresses, I was able to log in with both the original invalid email address and its password, and the new email address and its password, which, by the way, I didn't get a chance to pick. It assigned for me. I was not able to pick the password. It didn't even give me the option. In order for me to get the password, I had to have it send me the password when I forgot it, or because I didn't know what it was for the new email address. So I had to have it send it to me. No big deal. I got the password. That part's not the issue. So I can log in on the website on my.magicjack.com, where you can go in and see your account and all this stuff. I can log into either the old email address or the new email address. And I can see that my subscription was renewed, that I have a US phone number, yada, yada, yada. It's all there. So, explain to me then why, after I clicked Forget Me on this device in order to log out of the system and refresh the settings, or at least that's what I was assuming I was doing, when I bring up the Magicjack app ever since then, I now get the initializing screen for a minute. Then it says a few seconds to free phone calls. And then I am presented with the Magicjack login and password screen. Well, no big deal. You'd think you would just log in with the username and password that you have. I tried doing such a thing, using both accounts that I have. Again, since you cannot delete old invalid email addresses from Magicjack, I'm stuck with two ways to get into the same account. I logged in, or I should say tried to log in, to either account with the Magicjack app. And in both cases, I am presented with a message that says, "Your device is not on this account." Your device is not on this account. That's exactly what the error says. Your device is not on this account. Excuse me, my device has not changed since I registered with Magicjack many, many months ago. I have an iPhone 4S, and I've had this iPhone 4S since December of last year. Now, if this device is not on either account that I have with Magicjack, then what device is? Is there an invisible iPhone that I don't know about somewhere that's... because the Magicjack website, in their infinite wisdom, you cannot remove devices. You cannot authorize devices. The only way to authorize a device is to take the device that you wish to authorize and put the Magicjack app on it and then log in. That's the only way to authorize a device. Once the device is authorized, you can't deauthorize it. You can't... Apparently, you can't reset it. You know, what company in their infinite wisdom... What company in their infinite wisdom makes it so that... makes it so that you can't modify your devices once you've added them. In this case, last night, all I did was, in order to try to refresh the system and get it so that my phone number, my newly added phone number, would show up, I clicked the forget me on this device button, which in the past has done nothing more than log me out of Magicjack. That's all it's ever done in the past. It's never done anything more or less. So, and now I can't log back in. I am now stuck with a subscription, a paid-for subscription, mind you. I paid $19.95 plus fees and whatnot, came to $20.91. I paid nearly $21 for this phone number. Why can I now not use said phone number? And from what I understand, the Magicjack support is a joke at best. Everything I've read, and I spent half the night, more than half the night, trying to fix this. I restored my phone twice. Once with just a regular reset and once with a full firmware restore to try to get Magicjack to work again. And I cannot restore my phone as a new device, which would be the only other option left, because I've got contacts and I've got messages and other non-related crap that I can't afford to lose. That's backed up in iCloud that's where I restore from. I cannot restore from a new device. I've got too much important crap that prevents me from doing that. So, what do I do here? How do I get Magicjack to remove my device so that I can then re-add it so that I can use the subscription that I paid for? What do they think they're doing here? I'm livid. Like I said, I'm pissed. Most other places like that would have had maybe a reauthorize button or a deauthorize button, or hell, would have allowed you to remove invalid or otherwise not working email addresses so that you could add current ones. And though Magicjack allows me to add a current one, it doesn't allow me to delete the old one. And in any case, it doesn't seem to matter anyway, because when I add either account or try to log in with either account, it's claiming that the device isn't on the account, even though the device has not changed. The fucking device is the exact same device as it was before the upgrade. So what the hell device does Magicjack have in their system? And how the hell do I remove it? Any ideas? I love the Magicjack app as a app. When it works, it's beautiful. The call quality is decent, and I don't know how the incoming call side works, because obviously I haven't had a way to test that yet, because I haven't been able to log in. So what I want to do is log in with my new email address, the one that is definitely valid now, and I want the Magicjack app to use it and just work with my current device. How do I go about doing that? I'm going to try to chat with the Magicjack app's support here later, but everything I've read would seem to indicate that they are a joke. They have no phone support, which to me is also a joke. I mean, how hard would it be to have someone that actually knows a thing or two about Magicjack to actually be on a VoIP support line somewhere? Anyway, anybody has any ideas how to get this Magicjack thing working? Because I would like to get it working again, since I did pay for a phone number, so I've got a paid investment in this thing now, as of last night. But since I paid, I haven't been able to use it. So, any ideas? I'd like them, please. Anything. Take care.